All right, we're live. Hello, everybody. We're going to be playing with the team a bit tonight.
Maybe
Little
the bard instead.
team playtest. You'll hear
Oh,
them in the background.
that's a good choice. It's a very good choice. Commend you on your choice.
So, thanks for watching the VOD. Thanks for being here. Well, let me see. Did I actually go live or not? It says the stream's going. Yep. I had to refresh Twitch in order to actually see. Cool. All right. Just had to refresh Twitch.
The only thing is the server is gonna come back, like it's gonna restart soon.
Oh, is the server about to go down, Ollie? That's fine.
Not
People are
yet.
just rolling in. Chili sauce, Tupac, Citrus Chrome,
Hello.
Ghastly. Welcome. Folks watching the VOD on YouTube. Hey, thanks again for all your wonderful comments, your likes, helping us get the word out there. If you haven't subscribed, we're at like 7,000 people on the mailing list, 10,000 people in Discord, and 4,700 subscribers on YouTube. I don't know that it helps the algorithm or whatever, but it doesn't cost you anything. So maybe subscribe if you haven't. That'd be cool. And I'll try to be more timely with getting the VODs up. How about that? Hey, Scruffy Bard,
That
Encrypt.
sounds like a promise.
What's up, Justin Beard? How are the changes and subsequent mode fixes going? Ollie's got a lot of stuff fixed. He's plowing away at fixing all the things he broke. I think I may turn off push to talk, and you'll just have to hear me in here as well, guys. Sorry. But then
That's fine.
maybe it'd be easier to coordinate. Gear isn't going to be level trade locked, right? Like classic / P99. Yeah, we're not as big of fans of locking stuff down. Hey, John. Sarenth, what's going on? Dozakar. Tsunami-san. Chaz Solo. Yeah, we've got Ali in here, Nick, Zukin. Big dogs. What's up, Tannhauser? Yeah, alts are way more fun when you can share items around. Oops. Nice. Blink FPS, Liz Biscuits. Hey, Liz Biscuits. I was watching one of your VODs, and it was funny. You said something about your coworker, and had both of us laughing. It was a little jab at your coworkers. Mostly harmless, yeah. It's true. Oops. You guys theorize where the tunnel questing will take place at? Haven't a lot. It'd be interesting to see. It may factor into eventual bank location discussions a little bit more. I guess we'll see. Only real issue with alt gearing is if it reaches the level where people who aren't in full gear drops from high level zones aren't welcome in social grouping content. I mean, have you ever seen that be rampant, like super widespread? I don't think I've run into that personally ever in EQ or P99.
And if it does happen, I don't want to be in that group anyways.
Yeah, that does happen. Fuck those guys. Sorry to any moms listening. But you know it's true. Hey, Class and Cool. What's up, Hindo? Namanamus. Dargus. Yep, Ollie's been fixing away. Hold on, and I'll get my game sound going. I just realized I probably had it turned off for something else recently. Probably pretty quiet. Ollie is both the reason we can have nice things and the reason we can't have nice things. Schrodinger's farmer of nice things.
It sounds about right.
That's so Ollie. Hey, what's up? What's up, Nicodemus? Bill. Good question. Is everybody having a decent Friday?
I am.
Nice. Who was that? Was that Nick? I gotta turn him up.
Yeah. Got a little sick too, so.
Oh yeah,
Apologies
that's right.
if I sound under the weather.
I've turned you up a bit.
Do we already have hacks items?
Hacked items? No.
It's the art test cape. Show off all the capes.
Free cape.
Yeah, it's 2 AC. I don't know if that's game breaking.
Well, considering AC broke in general, no, it's not game breaking. I did
I didn't-
actually break something, but build is building with the fix.
I didn't see the item when you traded it to me.
Do you have it?
I do.
It just didn't show up in the trade window.
No, it doesn't show up on my back either. In the inventory slot.
Oh, that's strange. I
Let
see
me-
you wearing it. So
What server we're in?
Reloading made it appear again.
I'll do my best to mix the volume as good as possible for you guys, but it may be a little off tonight.
I've noticed some weirdness with equipping items, specifically like the attachment ones. The helmet, shoulder, cape. Sometimes I have to when I equip it, it doesn't show up. I have to, take it off and on again for it to show up again.
I made some changes there like a while ago. Could be that they had an effect.
Oh.
Server coming down in 60 seconds.
Alrighty.
Won't be long.
Hey, Shmo Knight, Kumidar, Jenny D, Lemon Candies, Opus. Left Materia says just watching old gameplay stream from like 3 months ago. Yep, nice coincidence. And server down. watching Eminem
Well, it
stream
was fun.
while juggling work and writing this Eminem novel. Keep in mind, if you make a bunch of money off an Eminem novel, we're coming for it. Hey, Quicksana.
Yeah, remember when chat used to play this game?
Damn.
Low blow.
Oh man, that's tough. Bordy Bear even came out of work for that one. First time chat, just a distressed face.
Server should be up.
We're taking like the tough love approach to public relations. Years later, they'll ask, "What was the secret of your success?" Well, we screwed with the community so much that we knew that if we didn't deliver, we'd be screwed. We'd be effed. So, we teased them, we tormented them, and that just gave us the fuel we needed to get things done. I think we've all got Stockholm Syndrome at this point. No, Stockholm's very pleasant. You've got like Ether Syndrome. John, feel free. We'll be here.
One sec, I'll be right back, guys. Ooh, sandstorm.
I had to restart my client. I don't know if you're... Oh, wait, you're here.
Yeah, it just took a little while.
Yeah.
Because I restarted right as this coming back in. Any class in particular?
Not a Spellblade, Bard, Shaman, or... Inquisitor.
Yeah.
You should do an enchanter. Or a ranger, actually.
Ranger. Because if you do an enchanter, then I'll just pop out and make a cleric. Then we'll be all sorts of well-rounded.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, we also have a bard.
If you want a cool cape, don't play Goblin or Wood Elf.
Would you guys consider an Aerodune statue somewhere? I understand he's a bit polarizing for a while there, but still. The inclusion or to include or not include something like that would be less about whether or not Brad was polarizing and more about, is there anything that we could do that would be sort of an honorific like that without it breaking the sort of the fourth wall and for our world and our lore? You know what I mean? We don't want to be too like, we're not really into including real world stuff or things that aren't necessarily internally consistent. What's going on with experience? That was pretty quick.
The rest of us all hit 2 in the last kill.
Harvesting my wood over here. So the dwarf has wood chop, which is fine, but the human didn't earlier.
Dargith, the red capes are because Zukin's been doing work on capes this month, and he's just really excited. He is excited to show him off, so he gave us all a cape. Since Eco added an Easter egg for Eminem, is there a favor to be returned? There may be one in there at the moment. Maybe even 2, but I know there's for sure 1. For some reason I thought there might be 2. Mushrooms on trees were very cool in Eco. Also gathering sap off of them. Anything specific needs testing today? That's a good question for Ollie. Ollie, are we testing anything specific, or are we just looking for weirdness? Nick, are we testing anything specific today, or just looking for weirdness? I think Ollie's AFK.
Mostly weirdness.
I gotta get some cash to go buy a couple spells. It's weird you can't log in right now. Clearly a bug, Possum. Sound levels on everything good for you guys? Before we get too far in.
So, I actually have my sword equipped, not my axe, but it looks like I have my axe equipped on my client as well as yours.
Yep. Should I reload? See what happens?
Yeah, you could do that. It'll probably fix it. X was looking fancy though on the dwarf.
Yeah, it's real cool.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Just noticed pants have torn knees. Is that new? Newish. It's newish.
Yeah, I put some holes in there. This is like the well-worn stuff you guys start off with. And also, one other cool change is we swapped the well-worn cloth tunic to be a shirt. So now when you like get your newbie shirt from your trainer or something, you don't have to replace it because it'll be like an undershirt.
Fancy tech.
Okay, those guys are out doing work. I'm gonna go sell some. So tempting. I'm gonna go sell some stuff. Do you still advocate for starter footwear of some kind? Why, just so it makes you look a little more civilized, or what's up, Targus? My gnome grew up. Yeah, I wanted to. I wanted to play an Inquisitor, so. I don't even know what do I have? Okay. Mostly just need to go find the cooks on the other side. Thought there was a three-way, but oh well. Can't just make a gnome Inquisitor with my god powers? Nope. Nope. One day there will be one. Just one, yes.
They'll be like the Jedis of our world.
Yes. Horse choking fools.
Nick, do you do full damage to these guys when you hit them with fire?
Let me check.
Oops. Oops. The sandstorm's getting me, dude. Oh.
Well, it's doing its job.
Also, just not paying any attention to the screen probably didn't hurt. Help.
I'm gonna go vendor real quick. There's another ogre here called Fun.
The merchant music didn't turn off.
Reload might correct that one as well.
Yep. Hey, Moscow. I really want to get shoot. Kick's important too. I won't get mesmerized till level 5. Kick till 4.
You not start with shoot.
No, I didn't. I thought it was odd. Let me double check. Maybe I'm just being a dummy. I didn't. I mimed my scrolls. Purifying blow, taunt. And yeah, it wasn't in there. Even though I did pick the I even picked the archer trait. Hey, dragon. I'm gonna grab shoot. Grab shoot and
Do you not start with shoot?
I didn't. I found it to be odd as well. I look up and to see what Ollie's saying, and he's just saying butt crack sand is the best. That's so Ollie.
That's so Ali. It is a real problem, you know.
Oh, I know for sure. Never been a huge beach fan for that reason. The sand in places. I forget. Do we go to him first? Yeah.
I really think butt crack sand is gonna be the topic of the next presidential debates.
Crack sand. Crack sand or
Elections are
sand
won
crack?
or lost based on butt sand.
But
It would be nice if the sandstorm didn't sandstorm indoors as well.
wouldn't it, Ollie?
Someone better program that ASAP.
Unity 6 will fix that.
Indeed.
This is what happens when game dev doesn't read the quest text, just randomly hand people things. Listen, I wrote that quest. I don't need to read it. I don't remember what I wrote, but I don't need to read it. Here, I think I'm supposed to give this to you probably. I didn't read it.
This note doesn't tell me who to give it to.
Well, you should read the quest text, Ollie.
The first person I gave it to took it, so we're good.
Oh, wait, you're a shaman?
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that. I need to do that quest at some point. I haven't even done the quest. I need to do that quest. And I need to finish the Elementalist quest ever since it's been revamped. Quados! Hey! I gotta admit, I haven't done the quest. I need to do all the quests again. After we make Urson and Eric do all the quests as well. Oh! Fun the Ranger is about to die. Did she give me? She gave me a stone. I should probably change that icon to a stone, or somebody should. Just want to explore the city again and get lost during the Bard quest. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Some people did not enjoy themselves on that quest. Other people's, they did. You absolutely did? Perfect. Then your enjoyment negates all of the people who didn't enjoy it. So take that, people that didn't enjoy it. We need to put a pool of water right down there that I can jump into. You also think Zukin walked around with you and watched you be a psycho the whole time? I read that initially, like, Zukin walked around and watched you like a psycho. Just peeking around the corner the whole time. Peeking over bookshelves. Zukin's in here.
Yeah. To be fair, both things are things I'd probably do, right?
You guys are talking to each other during it. Looking like psychos, both of you. Zukin is Dirty Paul. How much do you know? Ruger. Zukin was just invisible watching you. He does that sometimes.
The
Zukin,
worst offender is Robert, though.
if you had any superpower, what would it be? Invisibility. Why? You don't want to know.
Whenever I go to Robert while we're doing public testing, he's always in some dungeon just stalking people.
I used to love that when expansions would come out and the guilds would be hitting new content and stuff. I'd love being invis and going watching them hit it for the first time. Bathhouse has no invisibility sign out front now. Possum, that would be hilarious. Let me open my notes. No invisibility sign outside at least one bathhouse. Also, see invis bouncer at least one bathhouse. You're out of here, creep. It just kills you. Now entering bathhouse anti-magic zone. Kind of dig that as well. You guys are... Continue at this rate, we'll be done with the game.
I think there is a GM in Viz. At least I'm told there is, but maybe there's some issues with it, or I used the wrong one. But people keep spotting me.
It doesn't persist through zoning.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh man.
You gotta fix that. He's just like creep. He really was creeping. They can't see me. No one here knows I'm invisible. How does this game work again? Right click. Oh shoot. Does anybody in the group need a tattered cloth robe? Alright, I will take that as a no.
No, I've got a shirt. So you can't sell out of crafting containers anymore.
Hmm. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, yeah.
Look at Nick already, level 3.
Is something up with our experience curve right now, or?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
It does seem to be fast though.
Nick's out there trying to level like he did in the Eco. Yeah. You guys say Eco or Echo?
TCO.
Oh, God. Do you also say ASAP in DAOC?
And LUCLIN.
Hey, Unchained.
Looselin.
It's Looselin. It is not Looselin.
It is Looselin.
It's absolutely not Looselin, buddy.
But is it?
But it could be. Maybe. Goblin, are you out there? That's some goblin shit. It's absolutely not that. But it could be. That's such a goblin move. Blixtev. What's up, Blixtev? He knows. It's Lucklin. How have you been, buddy? There's nothing over here. I'm trying to remember. I'm never on this side of town. Is it SQL or SQL? That one I do think can go either way. Where are they? Squirrel.
It's definitely MSSQL.
It's not Miss Sequel.
Missy SQL. Okay, I gotta be right back one more time. Kids keep waiting.
Oh, that's what's going on. Wait, you were trying to warn me about that a second ago, I think. Dude, what? Oh, these windows. Did it change size or something? Did I change my resolution? No, it's right here, top level. Why can't I sell it? Been kind of rough. Past year has been a tidal wave of caring for elderly parents in the U.S. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Ever since I stopped using Facebook, I've lost a lot of lost contact with a lot of folks in the industry. I don't see the updates anymore. Caring for elderly parents, our systems over here aren't very great either, buddy. I don't think any of the systems are doing very good. Blixtev, I feel like I always tell this story wrong. You had like a ridiculous WoW PvP career early on. What were you again? Like what level did you attain? Because I always want to tell the story, but then I always feel like I'm messing it up. Unchained, that is partially true. Correct. Blixef said I did the vanilla Grand Marshal rank 14 and High Warlord rank 14 grind twice. It was 8 months of solid no lifetime. I remember that period. So I'll remember the rank 14 part. What was that during? Was that during early DC Universe development? Kind of like the tail end of Swig stuff? Was that what was going on? Because for some reason I thought I was in Austin for that. Middle of your time on Swig. Okay. Oh wait, I should get rid of this vendor music. This is twice now that it's stuck. There we go. It's so soothing. Was when you were before you took over the Swig team, so you were coding implementing content at the time. Yeah. Yeah, there were some weird lulls in early DC Universe development. I remember that year when we really didn't do anything but write documents and learn card magic tricks. But I think you guys were still doing work. I was a part of the first DCUO team, but the third team that ultimately pieces of got incorporated into DC, and it was like the third pitch. It was like Harry Potter, then Marvel, and then DC. In terms of getting a license, but then the so in terms of pitches and getting the license, it was definitely the third thing there. But in terms of team, I know that I thought Gordon and folks had a team for that zombie post-apocalyptic game or whatever that they were going to make in Austin that then got canceled. But a lot of those guys didn't stick around. The original DC team was only like 5, 7 of us, something like that. What did you do at work today, honey? Pick a card, any card? No, seriously, that was true. It was better than continuing to write documents that we were never going to use. And we were writing documents about how to write documents and having meetings about how to write documents, which was kind of a bummer after having like a year of being able to use Unreal to prototype stuff, and then it just became like write documents about stuff. Oh, this guy's gonna be a bit higher level. Yeah, this skeleton is not level appropriate. Dead. Let's see. Does making a game from a well-established IP feel really confining from an artistic perspective? Not really. But I think that's going to vary heavily depending on the IP holder and your relationship with the IP holder and maybe the IP. But like working on DC was really cool because we're working with Jim Lee. Jim Lee was given a high degree of freedom by DC. And our kind of like our DC Warner Brothers relationship was managed pretty well because we had hired an editor. Her name is Dana. We hired an editor from who had basically been the person that we would typically be working with on the DC side from DC to join our team. And then she knew everybody that we'd be working with on the DC side and had a good relationship with them. So it was actually pretty cool. And then DC, despite being like a 70-year-old, really well-established IP, when we asked, like, do you have an IP Bible? They basically said, yeah, it's 70 years worth of comic books, so have fun. And so that was it. As long as we kind of convinced Jim that it was cool, then we could do it. So there's a lot of that and just like piecing together Gotham and Metropolis and things of that nature. So that was a big part of my job early on. And then in terms of like characterization and stuff, there'd be certain things that were kind of gotchas with regards to using certain characters. And Dana was real good about catching that for us. So that was not the hard part of the job. Working for like pretty lame management on that project is what made it hard, not the IP. Yeah, the game Good Life, that's what it was. And then most of those guys I thought disappeared after that. Andrew stuck around. Andrew Boyd stuck around. Yeah. Marketing at SOE was phenomenally good at missing trends. So Tom was just saying, Blixhead was saying, the game that I was talking about, Good Life, used the Star Wars Galaxy engine in a post-apocalyptic world. Then it got canceled because marketing said no one had any interest in zombies. Then a few years later, Walking Dead came out. I pitched a Shadowrun game for like, I don't know, 6 years at least there. It became like a running joke, Sean's Shadowrun games that they were never going to make. They said no one was interested in a game like that because no one liked Cyberpunk. They were like, no one, and the marketing people, you gotta understand, the marketing people were clearly not gamers. They're like, it's too niche and nerdy. No one cares about Cyberpunk. We made a mercenary prototype, a mercenary game prototype with the PlanetSide engine. Had that going, and marketing said no one's interested in mercenaries. And I think that was the same year the mercenary game came out on PlayStation. Was it 3? 2? Yeah, it was just consistent. our marketing team had an incredible amount of clout in the greenlight process. Yeah, PS2, and they and they missed it every single time. I think the only one you could give them credit for was like when we were trying to get the mercenary game made. They were like, just make GTA. But then again, it could have turned out to be APB. All right, so to Bill's question, biggest life lesson you learned at each job you had in the game industry, if you could pull one nugget of wisdom from each project, what would it be? I would say overall, the marketing thing. No, I think DC Universe, I would say even if it seems like it will be highly disruptive to quit a job that's just like fucking killing you, it's better to find a new house, a new wife, and a new life than it is to let making a game fucking kill you. So that would be DC Universe. EverQuest, I mean, I don't know that there's a life lesson in there, other than I think the coolest part about the period when I was on EverQuest was just, it was one of those things where it like took a leap of faith and just worked hard and was able to make something out of it. I don't know. It was just a lot of work. EQ was just a ton of work. And a lot of drive just to like get on the team and do good. I don't know. I don't have any. I don't know that I've got solid life lessons. Hey, Valoroth. No one's gonna buy your game about goblins for the 42nd time. Goblins, stop trying. Dude, if you believe in it that much. There is say no instancing. I disagree with that. Instancing may not be good for every game, but man, it's a godsend for games that it's appropriate for. Oops. Industry lesson, don't burn bridges with people. Your boss may work for you in the future, or you may be the reason, you get into a new gig and they, like, you're just people. Companies, on the other hand, feel free to burn those bridges because odds are that company won't be there in 10 years. I partially agree. So Blickstev, I partially agree. But I think sometimes you just got to be honest with people, even if it potentially burns the bridge. Because some people are just shitheads, and I'm not saying they're shitheads forever, but some people are. There are times where people are just being shitheads, and you got to be like, "Sorry, man, you're being a shithead." Someone's got to tell them, and if that burns a bridge, cool. If they never grow out of it, you know what? Whether they're your boss or there's somebody that works for you that may one day be your boss. Blickstev says, I mean, Shaman was my first lead on EQ during Pop and Eldon. Was I mean? Was I bad to you? And then we were peers on DCUO. True. And one of the guys I hired in during Eldon wound up being my boss's boss. It's a crazy world. And the guy that I hired in during Eldon was pretty okay. When he was my boss's boss, he was somebody I will never work for again in my life. I will go back to being a janitor before I work for him. There is nothing wrong with janitor work. I actually found it to be pretty freaking relaxing when people left me alone, and I didn't even really have earbuds or anything at the time. I just enjoyed the silence. Cleaning poop off of walls is never fun, but a lot of the rest of the job was pretty cool, to be honest. Am I a Depeche Mode fan? Depeche Mode fan? Yeah. I think this will be a controversial take. Or maybe not. Tom, I think that often one of the problems with the industry is that we're too afraid to potentially burn bridges within our industry because it's such a small industry. And so then it becomes more of like a back channel shit talking kind of setup where it's like, well, back channel, oh yeah, don't work for this person or don't hire that person. But we're afraid to just like hit the shit head on. Love those completely illegal back channel combos if I hire this person. Yeah, is that illegal outside of California? Hey Chudster, what is this? Playtest weekend? Nope, it is not. I'm sorry, man. Do I still have any EQ accounts and any on Early C? I still have an EQ account, but not on Early C. Mine is wherever 7th Hammer ended up. Out of curiosity, any plans for a sort of user-friendly loot management system UI, or keeping it all manual? Keeping it manual until until I guess the team decides just not to, that they're tired of it as well, but I like how you said user-friendly loot management. I feel that the current manual loot management system is very user-friendly in that it is respecting your immersion. I forget which one can be stacked. On looting, any thoughts on role management for rare items, or will ninja looting be allowed? I don't know that those are... I don't know that it's an either or. See you, McCarran. Love panic looting on corpse recoveries. Loot all just makes that a breeze. In EQ days, you had to have finesse. Sometimes only looting essentials. Yeah, that's actually well said. That is the feel that we're going for. Oh, nice. I've got some scorched skeletal remains for you, Nick.
Okay.
Valdoros said, I'll be coming through Germany on my way back home for my deployment. I will wave as I'm passing through. Do that. And have a safe trip. John said, I wouldn't mind a loot all button if it has a delay per item, but not super important. Yeah, but you also, you kind of, you err a little on the QO. Like, you're a little biased towards that type of thing, I think. John. I mean, I think we talked about the idea of maybe there being like a sort of channeled like a channeled, oh, this guy's tough. Loot all. Following similar rules to channeled. If you get interrupted, the loot is not destroyed now. So scrolling back up, Blixef said, feels like we're bigger than that in number of people in industry now, so it'd be hard to like blackball those who are a pain to work with. For example, last time I was looking for a gig early last year, I talked to like 6 to 8 companies, and funny enough, I didn't know anybody there, and they were pretty big companies. Yeah, I feel like that may be true. Ninja looting should be... I read it wrong. When you said, should ninja looting be allowed, I thought, like, condoned. Not, can someone just loot the item? At the moment, yeah, someone can just loot the item. I don't know that... Next time Nick's back, I'll give him these items.
My quest bag doesn't open, so I can't even do it.
If I can find... There they are. D Loves Pudding says, employers typically give neutral notices, like confirming employment dates to avoid legal risk. Anything you say negatively could be defamation, discrimination, retaliation. In Germany, they have an interesting system where when you leave a job, your employer is expected to write up this type of... It's a type of write-up. They have a specific name for it. And so you write this thing up, and it never says anything negative, but it is clearly coded wording to let the next employer or the prospective employer know, right? Like, I'm trying to think. It's funny. It's like really kind of sneaky wording. I'm trying to think of one that may make sense. Like it would be something like, no, it wasn't. They weren't not bad at their job, but it may be, hey, Esan, what's up? It may be something like, something along the lines of, Little Timmy did exactly what we asked of him. And if we say Little Timmy did exactly what we asked of him, right? But it's like this whole write-up of over a number of different topics and stuff. It would be, basically that means that they did no more than asked. Also, no less, but no more. Don't expect this person to do anything above and beyond, right? But then again, in Germany, they also, and I think in Europe broadly, they also have like people include, and I think are expected to include their picture on their resume, right? Like it's a very different environment than the U.S. I probably missed some stuff you guys were asking earlier. Sorry. I'm splitting my mental capacity between giving you bad industry advice, playing the game, and reading chat but not speaking out loud for those of you watching the VOD on YouTube. So apologies. Oh, D-Love's Pudding. Trust me, I understand hiring and interview and all the various like shit you don't say, blah blah blah. I mean, I was a hiring manager for a California-based company for like 10 years, so that has stuck with me for life. There was a... I'll let you guys fight that, whoever's... Well... Then I'm gonna run and sell. Left Materia said, it was my honest opinion a lot of features in EQ were there because of hardware limitations. Is Eminem going to add more modern fixes to those later down the line? Give some examples of what you mean, and I'll be able to... Or the team. I mean, we've got Zukin, Nick, John, and Ali in chat. In voice.
What was the question?
There was a question about essentially there being, I think, essentially, I'll just read it out. Left Materia says, it was my honest opinion a lot of features in EQ were there because of hardware limitations. Is Eminem going to add more modern fixes to those later down the line? And I was curious about what's being referenced. Staff NTO and officer promotions in USMC were pretty thick-filed and a pick to show military appearance and bearing. I think that makes sense for the military, though. Does this game have a $90 mount? We were just talking about that as well. Nope.
Oh, pull that one to the guards.
Uh,
Oh, not that one.
the cell sound is great. Is that based on anything? Sounds like a drawer closing or something sliding on wood. You'd have to ask Robert. Robert made that one. And I forget. It's been in quite a while since he did it, so I forget what it's based on. Blixev said, here's a good limitation. We are unable to add new item icons in the game until very late in the pop dev cycle. So for the majority of the time, we were using the same 600 item icon sheet. I found so many ways to reuse that stupid fish icon. When we started this project, was talking about like, let's keep things as constrained as possible and just be creative in how we reuse stuff or utilize it in the first place. Item icons was one of those things that came up. The guys actually came up with a really great system for having a limited icon set that's tintable, that winds up in, I think, tintable across multiple layers. So that winds up being pretty huge. But again, there's a lot that I thought original EQ did right relative to other projects that I've worked on. Giant fly, based on its simplicity, which is absolutely a byproduct of it's when it was made and how it was made. But there's a ton to learn there. And I'll be honest, working on EQ, like the actual act of working on EQ, oh, you're gonna die. Sorry, Nick. These guys are pretty tough. Everybody's AFK or running around, so I'm just gonna oh, I gotta reload to clear that music. But yeah, the simplicity of EQ's toolset was something that stuck with me for a very long time. And so Blixtev, are you still playing games the way you used to? You're welcome, Frugal Badger. Thank you for being here. Skeleton's dying is always my favorite sound. I mean, I think we've done a pretty good job with him, but between the sound and the animation. Tom said, oh, absolutely, limitations breed creativity. I was just always amused that it wasn't until the 4th expansion that time was spent adding new icons to the game. Yeah. I feel like, so I asked earlier, and I want to make sure I didn't miss, left materia. Did I miss a response? The interview I did with the guy that created Guck was great insight into the pros and cons of the limited tooling at the time. I believe that was the Jeffrey Zatkin interview. If you guys haven't watched the EQ interviews, which I think most of you have, there's a link to them. Tom, I'm trying to remember. Did we do an interview? For some reason, I don't think we did. Flixet said, yeah, I'm still gaming all the time. I have a nightly WoW Mythic Plus group, a once a week raid group. Then I play random games now and then. Spend lots of time on phone games now. I went through a phone game phase at my last company. But it was also partially research for the fact that we are having some made, and then I was potentially going to, like a buddy and I were looking at starting a mobile studio, but that fell through, and then this happened.
Yeah, I was gonna say, weren't you making a phone game?
Yeah, we were gonna make a whole studio to do nothing but make phone games for another company, but fell through. Fortunately, there's a number of fortunate things. A lot of shut doors and air quotes missed opportunities have really turned out for the best. Question on the WoW mount is if other players can use the auction house. There's one mount with a forge and transmog. I have it, but use other people's mount all the time, just reaching up their forge. Would you be interested in doing an interview, Tom? I haven't done any in a long time, but people keep asking for them. And I've been meaning to do some and like check in on folks and stuff like that. If you're ever interested, you can let me know. You're I mean, you got some pretty cool nerd stories. Just in general. We can get all the Star Wars Galaxies people in and you can explain to them what you did to their game.
Oh, no.
Ollie. Crack staff.
Where? Ninja. Oh, I thought I was gonna have streamer privilege.
Oh no, you can go ahead. I was just kidding.
I rolled a 1. Oh my god.
Critical 1. That's that's the opposite of critical fail. Left Materia said, are there any plans to make the environment feel more detailed and add verticality, or is the EQ design the point? Is where I was getting at, I guess, with hardware limitations. Okay, so there's a bit of both. One of the things that we really like about, I don't know, team guys, I try to always just say we as much as possible. Try to avoid I, but sometimes it's unavoidable. But sometimes when I say stuff like, one of the things we really like, then I'm like, I don't know, maybe everybody doesn't like it. But I'm going to say we anyways. Fuck it. One of the things we really liked about EQ in terms of the limited number of like props and stuff that you that are everywhere is that it's, yeah, you like it now, team. It's we officially have signed on for this. One of the things that's we've liked about the art style is that if there's not a ton of shit on the screen, your brain will start to kind of fill in the blanks, right? Like we don't need to prop out like just tons and tons and tons of props that, especially that you can't interact with, and clutter things up visually. Here's some pantaloons. Pantaloons on this skeleton corpse. And so the game will always be relatively sparse when it comes to like tons of detail in the props. We're trying to get details into the textures. We're trying to prop things out in a way where you know, clusters of props will pull your eye and it will help you create the foundation for whatever your imagination is going to do. But yeah, they'll always be pretty clean. Now, verticality, we're going to abuse the shit out of. Like, just tons of verticality. We've already got pretty decent verticality now in zones, in some of the other zones. And we're going to push that even further. Matter of fact, we're working in our first forest zone over in Evergrove. And that may be one of the first places where we actually do stacked zones. So it's not only do we have a lot of verticality there, but then could potentially zone even higher up and then fall from that zone into the previous zone and then continue to fall into your death, right? Like, so verticality is definitely something that we're going to mess with a lot. So hopefully that answers your questions, Left Materia. It's our nausea. It's not my nausea. It's our nausea. That's not my mistake. That's our mistake. I may have told an untruth, but what was it the drill sergeants always used to say? My mistake, your fault. Tom said we should do an interview. Plus, I need to defend my honor for Carrico's interview where he was talking smack about the Phoenix eggs and hero meat sandwiches I added. But it was you that added it, right? You did add it. Blixtev. Was it you that added hero meat sandwiches? That also, the idea with animations, notice the low frame rate and simple movements. I think animations we will make as interesting and polished as our geo constraints and other constraints allow. Some of them will also just be production constraints. Keep in mind that one of the things that the EQ team was fighting was maybe technological constraints back in the day, and one of the things we're fighting is we are all doing this out of pocket or on our spare time constraints. But that's also why we haven't taken... Well, not why we haven't taken your money, but we haven't taken your money, so... Honestly, just because you don't have enough money. Again, Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, Bezos, if you're out there and you're a big Eminem fan, just talk to us. Bartley, thank you for the follow. Excuse me. Tom said, yeah, that was me. I was following the convention of meat, name, and food type. I also occasionally pick on you sometimes, but you can defend your honor on this one as well, because you are the only EverQuest designer that I know of that added items with his own name on it. But then again, I don't think anybody ever explained that you weren't supposed to do that, and we didn't really have documented rules. So I think
What's Ollie up to over there in the corner of a wall?
Blair
I
Witch
was-
Project.
I was typing up stuff that wasn't working.
You mean Face Guard of Ventos the Hero? Well, is that the one that you... Is that one of the ones that you put in, or was that one of the ones that was... I thought later on people put in items for you. No, Face Guard was the dev who made a 10th Ring War. Steve Burke. I was still a hardcore player at the time and in college. Okay. Or was that a false controversy? Did you get accused of making items with your name on it? If you haven't watched the VOD with Steve, you can find it. That link, you'll find it. Steve Burke. Vexthal had some fun stories about why it was the way it was. If you track down the interview with Bill Fisher, you'll learn more as to what happened there. VT was kind of like it didn't get done on time kind of thing. Ollie, that's Urson.
Oh, right. Makes sense.
Shallow Shoal's ever been shown on stream? It's one of the only zones I've seen mentioned just once. It hasn't been started yet. Literally have an MS Paint image on my other monitor related to that topic. I almost started assembling the documentation on that with some notes, but I've got to be careful because I don't want to freak Simon out. Knockniven's in the satchel. Yeah, I remember. Knockniven's in the satchel. Did Steve put that in as well? It would make sense if he put it in, but maybe someone else put it in. Knockniven's Knockniven is one of my ex-wives, actually. For those of you keeping track of a Loving Robot trivia. I've got so many ex-wives we could make like an EQ guesser type game out of it. Oh, jeez. What will the imminent version of Fashion Quest be called? I believe probably Fashion Quest. Did you guys ever play Costume Quest? That was a cute game. Was Hobart Todd's GM name? Yeah, it was. Dressers and drawers. Monsters and mannequins. Meant to mention one thing y'all should steal from Eco is the way they do bracketed arrows next to the names of the targeted mob. Great compromise on visibility without being a ginormous target ring or something. Maybe, or something like that. Maybe instead of the bracket arrows, maybe a little something subtle that we know just always registers really well subconsciously. Something, you know, like, not saying it's not polished on in their case, but like, you know, just a little something that makes it, you notice it, but it isn't like a full character size on each side. Will these fit in my pouch? Ooh, they do fit in my pouch. Snake egg. Ramby says, greetings, what are some of the content in the game so far? Oh man, it's a big list. It'd be easier... Well, yeah, I guess Lemon Candies and others may be able to help on that one. We could point you to a few VODs. You can also... you know what? If you go to our FAQ, and if you scroll down... 10 nodes? Are 10 nodes in yet, Nick?
No.
No.
But they
there you
will
go.
be by the time they play. That's actually why you're not in right now, is because 10 nodes aren't in.
That's the only thing preventing a playtest. It's all Dragon's fault. Dragon said, there better not be another playtest until there's 10 nodes in the game. We're like, alright. Play a test. I feel a song coming on. A playtest song. What the... Oh, that's a bummer. You're out of town? We really want to have another playtest. We just got to get some stuff hammered out. Wasn't I following you around when you were doing that quest? I could have sworn I was following you around for a bit, like... Yeah, and I can't remember, I thought there was like... I was like... Looking, I was going, shit, I hope I'm not pointing them in the wrong direction. Is there a link to the wiki yet? Already consumed the webpage? Someone may have the link to the wiki. We don't run the wiki. Rev Chumley assembled the wiki that most people use. It's unofficial, but it's good. Oh, really? Monsters and Memories wiki? It just comes up now? Let me try this out. Wow, there it is. Shit, that feels really official. That's super cool. Is there any testing going on right now? Just internal is team testing at the moment. These guys are all team members. That's why we have matching capes. Yeah, I'm sorry. Said, dang, I saw you were playing and got excited. I'm sorry that you're not able to play, but it is cool that you got excited. Oh wow, I completed my stack there. Let me go sell and then I'll pull. I've been told that I'm the best puller. I don't say that, but people say that. 10,000 people in Discord feels official too. It is. It's pretty cool. We got 10,000 people in Discord. We've got 7,000 people on the mailing list. They're not the same people, so that's neat. But that's why I was telling people watching the VOD on YouTube that we only have like 4,700 subscribers on YouTube. And so it feels like YouTube slacking a little bit, if you know what I mean. Which people say that? People say that. The best people say that. Harder to grow on YouTube with just VODs? Yeah, yeah. And it's true, and we don't really do anything fancy with them. We make the occasional shorts. Zukin's been pretty good about tossing some shorts up there. When can you buy M&M socks? Honestly, don't know. Don't know when that's going to be appropriate. Excited for when we are able to sell you stuff, but... Hey, sneaky Russian. Yeah, we're excited to sell stuff. So we've just got to figure out when feels like okay timing to sell stuff. And then there's a lot of work that needs to be done on the shop to make it so that we don't run into problems when we start selling stuff. You talked about German beef jerky a while ago. Anywhere in the States you know that sells it? Did I say that there's good German beef jerky? I think I was saying that I miss all the beef jerky variety from the States. Dragon unsure. Once the team is officially launched, how often does the team plan on patching? We were talking about that the other day. Wouldn't be shocked if it's a monthly cadence. Something about my parents shipping it to me. Beef jerky? Man, I don't remember that. We bought a bunch of beef jerky when we were in the US last month. It's so much cheaper. Chip said, for my taste, Robertson's beef jerky is the best there is. It's the most unprocessed jerky I've found. Oh man, now you're gonna make me hungry. I don't have any beef jerky. I just have this giant sack of candy. There's actually a small community of local beef jerky here in Vermont that's really good. Very unprocessed, super expensive though. They sell it like farmers markets and stuff, or yeah. I feel like the prices at the farmers market here, a few blocks away from here, are actually pretty reasonable. And when it comes to meat, like the amount of meat and the quality that you get for the price is really pretty outstanding. So whenever I have the chance, whenever I'm thinking about it, I'd like to hop over there and buy meat for the next couple of days, because our farmers market's on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and it's real close to where I live. Dargis said, oh shit, Unchained's out of here. Unchained said, work calls, gotta save the day. Have a great weekend, folks. Thanks for the stream, Sean and team. Hey, have a wonderful weekend yourself, Unchained. Hopefully work's not too crazy. Dargis mentioned, my project is supposed to start production on Monday, and I just got a note from our CD that they have extensive notes, end quote, on the direction of our project to resolve before production is approved. This evening is going to be fun. Hey, pizza party. Somebody recently commented on the YouTube VODs that they appreciate that I read out the comments and the questions, since they listened, and like you wouldn't be able to read it on my screen anyway. So I will continue to do that. I feel it's helpful. It's how I show that I care about what you say. My plan is to let them know the number, like the dollar loss of idle labor will incur. I wonder how much that'll influence their notes. Be interesting. Guaranteed, yeah, I like to listen to the VODs in the background when I miss them. I really like that you read out the interesting comments. Cool. Cool. We'll keep doing that. Oh, dude, the merchant music is so soothing. I just keep not. It's just playing in the background. There we go. Every once in a while, I'll stop and I'll notice. I'll be like, oh shit, that's some merchant music still going on. Alrighty. Hindo said the farmer's market near me isn't a farmer's market. It's a bunch of people selling the overpriced crafts or candied things or freeze-dried stuff. Yeah, that's not uncommon in the U.S., right? Hindo, every time I read something where you're talking about your location, like when you say farmer's market near me, I'm assuming you mean Southern California because that's where Dan Henderson lives. I mean, I know you're not Dan Henderson, but for whatever reason, you occupy the same space as him. Oh, there's a fight tomorrow. Hamzat is going to be fighting, what's his face? The dude from Down Under. Whitaker. Yeah, Robert Whitaker. There you go. Kilrain said Robert Whitaker. Yep. Not even main event. It's going to be a good one, though. It's going to be interesting. I mean... the main event's Holloway, right? Who missed weight by 10 pounds? Hamzat or... John, did you hear me? Or is there like a really... is there a huge delay tonight?
There's no delay for listening in Slack.
Oh yeah,
or
that's true.
whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot you guys were even in Discord. You're so quiet. I'd honestly talk less if you guys want to talk.
I think a couple of us are in and out. Like Ollie's been AFK. I had to step away for a second. Really like to go over to Wormsbane, but we might need Ollie. Don't really have a healer.
It's true. Man, I knew I should have made a cleric.
Is there another location we can go at this level? I think everybody's seen Wormsbane. Wonder if there's any other interesting places we can go
I
to.
think there's a camp over here.
Yeah.
Left.
There's some grave diggers in the camp there. I think there's some I don't know what level, I forget. The Ashira, small Ashira camps right outside of the gates.
Yeah, we could do that. One of those two.
I should probably go buy some additional spells, huh? Let me do that while we're figuring this out.
Yeah.
I'll check to see if there's any new song. I have my Miz. That's all I really need, right?
correct.
Inquisitor gets weapon shield. It's pretty much what you want.
All right, let's do it. What are you guys talking about up there, you say? Force
should
Nick to
turn around and
talk
find
about upcoming class
Alright.
changes. What was that, Nick?
Kuma War. I was trying to talk to Kuma War. He was gonna die. Now I'm probably gonna die. Run for it.
Let's see. Speaking of Hamzat, the new episode of The Old Man. Woo. D loves pudding. I appreciate what you have provided us so much that I almost want to not complain about the show. I love having access to additional streaming stuff, but man, that show had so much promise. The Old Man, great actors, great acting, great photography and settings and shit. Even a good job getting the young versions of the old people. Everything's good except the writing. We're only like 5 episodes in. We just stopped, and Jasmine's like, "Hey, you want to? Maybe we could watch another, the Old Man." I'm like, "I can't watch anymore, babe. If you want to watch it, I just can't. I can't watch it anymore." The writing is written by people that just don't know the subject matter, don't understand the subject matter, probably have never left LA. I'm like, how do you write this? How do you write this? And the first hint was that first discussion where the three of them, I don't want to give any spoilers, but the lady who's like a mastermind, during the Afghan-Soviet war, like masterminds, tactical, brilliant strategist, military strategist, says one of the silliest things about rifles, and I'm just like, okay, whoever wrote this didn't even like Google how do army guns work. I was just like, this is probably going to start, this is eventually going to go downhill, isn't it? And sure enough, the writing just, yeah. And there's so many people out there these days. Like, if you need to have a better understanding of like tradecraft, there's so many former CIA folks, and I mean everybody's on a fucking podcast these days. You can't throw a rock without hitting like a former tier 1/CIA. Shogun was good? Okay, we'll have to check out Shogun then. So sorry folks that like the first season of The Old Man. I just couldn't get through it. And it's a bummer because there's just so many good actors. And they're doing good acting. It's literally like they're actually doing a good job of acting. It's just the The writing's real bad, in my opinion. IMO. I have not seen Monkey Man with Dev Patel, but I've seen it kind of like... I've passed it a few times. Victor Hugo missed the weight against Bashra. Okay, I thought you were gonna say that Hamzat missed weight again. I was like, that's not good. Chernobyl was good. I thought it was good at least. As long as you can handle subtitles, Shogun's top notch. Maybe dub version. Honestly, we always have subtitles on anyways. I'm kind of hard of hearing, and it helps Jasmine. Her English is pretty badass, but sometimes it's difficult when we're watching stuff. D-Love's putting... I could have sworn I watched Chernobyl when it first came out. I think we used to have HBO back in the day. You know what, Tech Writer? It may not be a bad idea to rewatch it. Ollie, what vendors were you looking for? All the vendors you need are like right here. You don't even have to risk it going through the graveyard to Blackfeather.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
I don't know the north very well. I was looking for a used weapons vendor.
Right here. Yeah, I'm not over here as much either. But used armor. Where's the? I could have sworn there was just that area is right below it. Eminem themed drama series when? It'll probably be a few years. We're leaving plenty of room in the world's lore, though. There's some nice historic sections that you guys could fill in with some cool novels or whatever. Just help us make it past early access and on our way towards 1.0, and then we can. I've yet to see a bathroom in M&M. What gives?
Didn't we have some? Like in one of the bathhouses or in the garrison somewhere, or am I just imagining it?
I think you're imagining it.
Hmm.
Are combined containers, like the quest ones, broken?
I couldn't see any bags, but maybe that's my UI or something. Which would probably just be a UI issue, anyways.
Quest containers are still out of commission, Chip said.
Ah, okay. Cool.
see. The period drama about the fall of Califrey conglomerate and the start of the burning heavens. One or the other. Those are actually... Those are separated by a fair amount of time. Where's this rain and lightning coming from? The heavens.
Nick, are you hungry? Are we doing the Android web?
Oh, was that you trying to get some timing spoilers out of me? Succeeded. Three Body Problem, the series was good. Like the first season was good, really enjoyable. I don't think I could. I watched videos of people who read the Three Body Problem, and I don't think I'd be able to read the books. Oops, Ollie's out of here. All right, buddy. Have fun getting the kids to sleep. Sleep good, Ollie. See you tomorrow. I wish it was easier. Honestly, I wish it was easier just to, like, McAaron, if it was easier for us to just tag you and bring you in as a healer. People would be like, what? That worked? So do we have a healer? Ollie's gone. Alright, we don't have a healer.
I could swap and just set my level or something.
Oh, Nick's getting blasted. Oh shit, I need to scribe my new abilities.
Got an ad coming towards us.
Oh, grave robber. I love that he's in, is that an apron now? Kind of, I love it.
I'm gonna have to do a pass on these guys, I guess.
No way, that's awesome. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, he's peered. Oh, ad for sure. No, that guy looks...
Oh,
That guy... Okay. Maybe there's some adjustment to his outfit, but I love that he's wearing an apron. Seems really sketchy. Okay, great job. Zukin's got it controlled. Are there any Druid Necro kiting VODs? I'd like to see how that works in game as far as... Offhand, I don't know that we have. Not that specific combo. Aprons are key grave robbing kit. You don't want your shirt to get dirty, right? Or in this case, just his nipples. You don't want to come home with dirty nipples from a day of grave robbing. Which sounds like the name of a Misfit song.
I probably got a ton of aggro.
Have you discussed what alpha for you guys looks like? Will it be invite only, persistent server, just periodic one? I haven't discussed it, just because we don't have we don't have a locked down formal plan for it yet. We've talked about it a little bit, Possum, but that'll be one where we really need to dial in exactly what we want to do there and let you guys know.
I'll switch and see if I already have a healer. Make one real quick.
Okay, I mean, playing with the suboptimal group's kind of fun, though.
I don't know if fun is having fun. Being our healer.
Oh, yeah, okay. True. Oh, wait, I can't memorize that yet?
If I had a little bit more money, I could go buy my healing song. We could try that.
Do you need... How much money do you need? I'm loaded. I've been looting everything.
Oh, oh. It's like 1 silver and some change.
Oh, I got you, boo.
How much exactly? Oh, dang. Yeah, that's more than enough. Thanks.
You're welcome. Bring me my change and a receipt. Oh, you guys' parents ever do that? Was that the case? It's like, here's $10, but bring me the change.
May have happened a couple times.
Bill, I literally did toss a coin to our Witcher. Or wait, no, our Bard. It may have happened. Come right back with all the change. Possum said, I was just curious because it seems the industry has changed what alpha, beta, early access mean on a game-by-game basis. Yeah, for sure. I do think, and again, this isn't me picking at anybody close to home or whatever, but I'm just going to say, I do think it is pretty interesting that paid alphas are a thing. That I wouldn't have guessed that 15 years ago. Yep. There is a link to the early access FAQ page. It is FAQ. Eminem's early access will be a fully polished game with all planned content. Hopefully it doesn't say that on the FAQ. Is there any way to scrub things from the Internet Archive?
Start selling those Salt Breeze Park season passes for the summer. Log in. Just all you can do is stay within the bounds. Kill the bats.
Lemon Candy said I'd pay for I'd pay just to jump around a Salt Breeze Park. Oh wait, I've got sandals, Nick. I've got sandals. Who else needs some? Or boots. Or wait. Yeah, I've got cloth boots. Everybody else? Here you go. Little guy. Hey, C-Jack. What's going on? Maybe that would be a thing. We've already got the plane of meat. Maybe we just okay. I'm gonna run this guy to the zone line, so watch out. Don't get got. Is Plane of Meat even accessible right now? I could have sworn it was... Yeah, it should be, right? I can't imagine why it wouldn't be.
I don't think it is.
And to answer your question, C-Jack, my week has been pretty cool. Pretty good. Not bad. Work's been good. Got pretty consistent workouts in. Weather hasn't been horrible. Lemon Candies, did you try the button? McGarren says, I hope the marketing guy who thought of charging players money to test the game got a raise. That has to be the highest return on investment idea that the entire marketing team thought of for like the last 10 years. Been sick most of the week. Pretty much recovering. Yeah, there's rarely a good time to be sick. Though I will say, when you're sick enough to have like those super delusional like fever dreams, that is one of my favorite things. I like to bundle up with all of the covers on me and just start sweating. It's like a smoke lodge ritual or something like that. Or sorry, sweat lodge. Still no plan of meat? Okay. Eco does not have a announced EA date that I know of, Bill.
Where'd you guys move to?
We're right outside the wall at the Ashira camp.
You're in. Oh, you're in Sungreet.
Yeah. I get weird dreams, real weird dreams, kind of randomly anyway, but I'm also not exactly normal in the head. Have I mentioned I fly in, I'd say a good 70, 75, 80% of my dreams involve me flying. I love it. And rarely can anybody else fly. I fly, no one else can fly typically. That's what makes me unique in my dreams. That's how all the adventuring goes on. It's fantastic. Don't think I ever fly, but I do a thing where I glide just above the ground. My flying allows for some gliding above the ground. Usually I'll be in a sitting position when I'm just doing it above ground. I'm a regular Peter Pan in my dreams. When I fly in my dreams, I have some really pathetic flapping motion I have to do. Flap real hard, barely go anywhere. Oh, I'm sorry. That does not sound fun. Do I fly high in the sky or just like over a tree line? Usually it's got a lot of like, I'm interacting with people. I'm flying just above their heads where they can't get me. I'm saving the day. Flying through areas, flying above trees, buildings. But a lot of times it's pretty close to stuff, but I could fly higher, I guess, if I needed to. But I just typically don't need to. Usually my flying involves getting shit done. Typically taking on some sort of an adversary or showing off. A lot of showing off. I have a recurring dream where I jump in the air and bend my knees and then just float there. That's how I started. You're McCarran, you're starting to learn how to fly. That's exciting. You can advance beyond that. That was the original start point. But that was like when I was a young man. Now, like I can right now feel the sensation of how to propel myself when flying, but it doesn't work. It's essentially it's like this weird push, like this weird, you know, you just kind of propel yourself using your mind, but it is it's a physical thing. When you fly in dreams, it's like how the greatest American hero flies. Not very coordinated.
You think Ollie's still in group? Should he, since his character's offline and all that, should it drop from group? Or?
Yeah, it should. Oh, there it went. Did someone kick him?
Oh.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I was like, that would be interesting timing.
I mean, sometimes it's handy when like someone goes LD and they get back on and they're already in group and everything, but sometimes it's also easier when they just drop.
Fish Guts says, I've had quite a few dreams where I'm underwater but can breathe. It's a brief moment of panic, then I start breathing and it feels good. Oh, that sounds fun. I need to, I'm looking forward to seeing the visibility changes in the water, Nick. I'm not a big fan of being in water. Like swimming pools, love it. I could stand swimming pools all day. But open bodies of water, as I've gotten older, I've gotten more and more terrified of like Lovecraftian entities below the waves. Not seeing the bombs disconcerting. Yeah. So when I was a kid, I lived in Florida off and on. I was born there, and then had a lot of family there, so we'd go back. And I never had a problem like swimming in a lake, swimming in the ocean. Nothing like that. As I've gotten older, I'm sketched out by. There's just something weird and visceral about not seeing what's under there and having. I'm not a fan. CJX said same. Australian beaches I'm usually more okay with because they're usually good visibility, but stuff in the water freaks me out more and more. Yeah, it really did get worse over time. I was swimming in the lake there in Stockholm, where the Haga Park is, and Jasmine would go in there swim in the mornings a lot, take like some hot tea, and then hop in there and swim in the cold water. During the summer, went in there, and just being in that, I was like, it's not fun for me. I don't enjoy it. Okay, we're going back to Great Robbers. How hot is Sweden in the summer? Like 70 degrees? Mid 70s? Maybe low 80s? There was a hot summer. I think that's correct. I'm just, at this point, I'm just used to saying like 25 degrees. But I don't know what the conversion rate is. I did see. Let's see, Jack. I did see a fun fact earlier today about Sweden. It's not a very fun fact. The number of hand grenade, it's kind of sad. The number of hand grenade attacks in Sweden has gone up from 9 to 22, 9 last year to 22 so far this year, and it's becoming the new preferred explosive. Whereas previously, Stockholm has had the highest number. Well, it still owns the title, but when we lived there, we read a report where it was they had over 100 explosive attacks in 1 year. I think that was like 2021 or something like that. No, they have a lot more homemade explosive attacks, but they're starting to switch to grenades because it's honestly it's safer for the people doing it because they come pre-built. They don't have to make an IED. Where do you buy a hand grenade? Just on the black market. There's tons from the Balkan, the war in the Balkans and stuff. They're still floating around in the fall of the Soviet Union. But now Sweden now holds the title as #1 country in Europe for explosives, and is #2 only to Mexico in the world in explosive attacks in a country that is not at war. Pretty wild. Yeah, and it's just gang, like tons of gang crime. Just very, it's all gang related. But yeah, saw that today. Was that a movie with Tupac in it and Jim Belushi? Was that gang related? Maybe. I was thinking, I was like, was that an old EPMD song? So. If money was no object and you wanted to build an NWC corporate office building somewhere, where would be the best spot to build and why? I mean, that would be one to discuss with the team, right? I once watched an episode of like one of those crazy real estate shows where they were showing a $40 million house on Lake Tahoe. That seemed like it would be big enough for everybody in the company to live in, or at least visit. But hypothetically, we'd still have to factor in where people would actually want to live. People on the team that are listening, if you could live in any location, where would you live? We'll figure this out.
Question.
Can we afford New Zealand?
Anywhere. You can pick anywhere.
I don't know, actually.
On Earth, John.
Oceanfront property is cool. There's a cool beach town here in California that is maybe a place, if I won the lottery, I'd build a house at or something. Somewhere with not a lot of traffic would be a nice change.
Yeah. Anywhere except the South. Been here too long. Iceland, maybe. Oh, that hurt. New England does look good. Maine's pretty. So we have a couple votes for New Zealand. Sorry, Nick. I'm completely letting you die right now. That's all that I probably could have helped.
Where was the Ranger heals? Tragic.
Yeah, Vermont. I mean, Vermont looks cool. New Hampshire looks cool. Maine looks cool. Montana looks cool. Wyoming looks cool. Durlock said, I have a question, but I'm German. Okay, so I don't really understand English in speech. But is it possible that it came out a game with similar experiences as EverQuest? Ja, natürlich. Aber was ist deine Frage? Freut's dir nur, dass unser Online-Spiel sieht aus wie EverQuest, oder? Ja, sehr gerne. New Zealand is a solid pick. Got kind of a wacky government, but I could definitely, I could see it. New Zealand seems cool. Drulak. Aber war das richtig? War das deine Frage, oder? Nein, ich habe jahrelang EverQuest gespielt und hat eine Charakter, leider wurde das Game ja verkauft, aber ich liebte EQ, meine Spielzeit war 10 Jahre. Ja, natürlich unser Spiel ist nicht EverQuest, aber da gibt es viele, wie sagt man auf Deutsch, aber es ist ein bisschen wie EverQuest. Yeah. Here's our website. Aber wie ist eben nicht EverQuest. Ich verstehe nicht ganz genau, aber ich glaube, da sind genug da, dass du you like when I speak German, I use simple words you actually understand? Yeah, I mean, my German's not super complex. Aber Julak, ich glaube, du kannst unsere Website lesen und wir haben viel Videos auf YouTube und vielleicht du kannst sehen, wie es ist oder ist nicht wie EverQuest.
There's a pop here.
Had your fiery defender. Nice. I have no idea how good your German is, but it's very convincing. Thank you. It's not great, but it's better than not having any. It's very simple, but a lot of people run into a lot of people here that aren't from Germany that just don't speak any, so it's often appreciated that I can speak some. Let me... Oh, first of all, let me help fight, and then... see if I can translate something you said real quick and see if I can give you a better answer. Ah, yeah. Okay. Die Spieltief enorm. Ja, hoffentlich unser Spiel ist wie EverQuest, aber noch tiefer. Wir nehmen viel, das wir haben aus dem alten Spiel gemacht und wir machen diese Features oder so noch tiefer. Mostly when I fail, I start to point to things. Me too. I just point and grunt and people figure it out. Poon says, living inside a mountain home in Colorado would be awesome. Walls and countertops are cut from a mountain. Hell yeah. Have our own little private Cheyenne mountain. That's what we need. We need our own nuclear war bunker.
Oh, I like that.
Oh yeah.
That'd be good inspiration for the PlanetSide game.
There we go. Our own Raven Rock. Our own Cheyenne Mountain. Yeah, geothermal temperature control. Woods outside. Nice. Buy an old missile silo. There are definitely some cool ones on some of the shows. Colorado is so beautiful, but the houses and mountains are so expensive and not practical. If the shit ever hits the fan, there's no food and water up there.
Are we still talking about places for the team?
Yeah, but it's taken a slight bend.
I mean, we could lean heavy into it and buy a compound in Texas or something.
Yeah, that's what, but maybe not Texas. I'm thinking more central or northeast. Wonder what is with everyone's fascination with writing out apocalypses? People aren't quitters, man. People aren't quitters. People are like, you know what? Shit hits the fan. I'm gonna at least give it the old college try. Candy tuta. Look, I didn't eat all of it. I barely ate any of it. Because all the garbage I usually feed you is in the way. It's all on the top. Licorice, banana. We can share the schlumpf. Build a vault. Roving Texans are a problem if Texas goes Mad Max. It's true. Unless you're homies.
I'm jealous. I missed that candy.
Yeah, look at this thing. Do you guys still have candy left over, Nick?
No, I crushed that.
You ate all that
good.
candy?
It was so good.
It's been a month. Dude, that was a lot of candy. That's cool though.
I shared it.
Jasmine's like, don't let him shame you, Nick. Uh-oh, Zukin's gonna die. Okay, he's good. Wait. Drulak had another question. Okay, aber denkst du darüber nach, das Spiel grafisch aufzuwerten? I think I understand that question. I don't know how to respond in German though. How do you say, Jasmine, how would I say we're gonna keep the graphics retro style with better textures, etc. Nochmal. Die Grafiken bleiben in Retro-Stil, aber die Texturen werden noch verbessert. Yeah, lemon candies. That's actually a challenge. Those of you that like those type of books, Drulak bitte sehr. Those of you that like those types of books and the challenges that come with it, there's one about EMPs that's actually pretty good. It winds up being a full series. It's like, I think 3 or 5 books. We enjoyed it. Called 1 Second After. Swan Song is a really good post-apocalyptic novel. Let me... Swan Song book. I'll take a look. I like some of the old ones, man. Have you read Earth Abides or Alas Babylon? Those are both like pretty old, but really decent reads. Earth Abides on your list but haven't read it yet. It is worth it. That is a big Smurf. I think that's like actual size that Smurfs are supposed to be. Earth Abides Ancient. Had to read in college. Yeah, I think it was written in like the 50s. The original I Am Legend is probably one of my favorite books. Jack, I Am Legend, the original story, is just fantastic. And to be honest, the Will Smith movie could have nailed it, could have been as good as the book, but they screwed up the ending. Or like Middleton ending. I mean, the whole point of the book. The whole point of the book. Yeah, they got so close. They got so close. And the payoff would have been there because the whole point of the book is the payoff. I could see how Earth Abides was inspiration for The Stand. And you said it came out in 1949? Makes sense. Dude, the way that they open that up is just fantastic. The beginning of Earth Abides is really cool. And pretty relevant. Like, the setup for it is very much, you know, relevant to the whole 2020 thing, right? Was the ending of I Am Legend M. Night Shyamalan band? No, it was just, honestly, it was just, they just went for like a, you know, your standard feel-good summer popcorn movie ending. And honestly, it was just a waste because it was unnecessary. There's a great sort of like moral oh, we got a pop. I am playing a Inquisitor right now, Calidar. And speaking of which, I should probably, now that I'm level 5, should probably memorize mesmerize. Am I punching people with my sword hilt? I am actually. I am not slashing. Good catch. That is a bug. Oh, it's already known about in human males. Okay. There you go. John knows. There's that line in that one movie, that Chuck Palahniuk movie, where she's like, she's asking him to dress up like a burglar, and she goes, and then you get the knife, and then like, rough me up, and he's like, well, what do you mean? And she goes, well, no, like punch me, and he goes, with the knife, and she goes, she gets mad at him. She's like, no, that's called stabbing, you dumbass. Oh. You know, what's the name of that movie? It's the one with Sam Rockwell. How does the Inquisitor feel? Thoughts on ability, rotation, and combat? Bill, you always ask those kind of questions. The Inquisitor feels pretty good. I mean, I mean, he's got some versatility. I'm probably not playing him very well at the moment, but I like that there's not a lot of shit that I gotta manage, but I've got enough utility. Oh, it probably wouldn't help if, or it probably would help if I turn my weapon shield on. Now that we're dealing with casters, there's probably a couple of abilities that I could have grabbed that...
You can also turn your aura on.
Yeah, I didn't have weapon shield on earlier, I thought. Oh,
The other one
the
as
aura
well.
for the, oh, I can run both of those? I thought it was either or. Nice.
Yeah.
But it is either or with, like, some of the other classes, right, Nick? Like fighter or whatever?
It's either or for auras, yeah. But not weapon shield.
Okay.
It's stances, yeah.
Either aura. Nice, John. Choke, you're right. It was choke. There was another Polaniac book that was really good, but I don't think they ever made a movie out of it. Don't worry about it, Bill. Aeon Flux was a lot of fun, yeah. Not Invisible Monsters. I don't want to give too much away, and I don't want to hit certain topics. He had a very good sense of smell. Let me just find the book. After I start auto-attacking. Can't find it.
Somebody taunt off Nick.
Oh shit. I was searching for something on the other screen, causing Nick to die. Rant is the book. R-A-N-T. Was the miniseries The Terror, was that the one on a ship? Yeah, that was good. Oh, so funny. Okay. Nick is still scooting. Let's reload. Oh, that's what happened. I reloaded earlier and I guess it turned off my dances. Excuse me. Or stance, because I thought I could only have one up. Well, that didn't work. All right, group. I am, well, no, I've gotten Nick killed multiple times. Just blatant, not looking at the screenness. So I'm gonna wrap up soon. Possum says I can't leave. Okay, that's settled.
What is it? No sleep till 15?
No sleep till 15. Oh, geez. Level 15. 12-hour stream. Oh, no. I got shit to do tomorrow. Possum, you have a great weekend as well. Zukin, do you want to continue the gameplay stream?
I'm afraid not. I
Okay.
might have stuff to do actually after this.
Yeah, I gotta head out too. It was fun. Thanks for streaming and thanks for playing with me.
Hey, thanks for taking all of your deaths with grace and for doing all the pulling, Nick.
You're welcome.
Cool, man. Well, let me get out to. Oh, we got one incoming. Possum says taking the kids to Knott's Berry Farm, so it should be a good weekend. That does sound like a good time. All right, we'll start saying goodbyes then as we get these final kills in. Lemon Candies, you're very welcome. Have a good weekend yourself. Fish Guts, take care. John, thanks for the group as well. Keith, see you, buddy. Bill, have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in Slack. Esan, later on, dude. Always good to see you. Later, McCarran.
All right, thanks for the group. See you guys.
See you, Zukin.
Yeah, later, guys.
What we got in here? Yeah, Urston.
Sean, you have been omitting the K in my name.
Have I the whole time?
Yeah,
Erskine, right?
correct.
Not Urson. Son of a bitch. Sorry, Jasmine. Or curse
All
name.
good. All good. I'm really used to it.
I'm gonna have to give you a nickname.
I mean, you can call me Kumidar. We'll answer to it.
That's even more syllables.
When I played WoW, I went by Zim.
Zin?
Zim. Z-I-M.
Zim. Zim?
Yeah.
All right, I'll think about that. I'll either put a K in your name or call you Zim. Erskine.
Sounds good.
Have I been doing it the whole time or just tonight?
Just tonight.
Okay, I thought so. Cool. Had me worried for a second. Wow. I don't know what happened. What is that even? That's Sukin. All right. Like, what is this strange happening? Ah. All right. Erskine, have a good night. John, have a good night.
Yeah, later, guys.
See you. Thanks, Blitz. Blix7. I just can't talk tonight. That's what it is. Yeah, I'll check Discord, Tom. See you, Tupac. Olo. Hey, it's going good. We're wrapping up for tonight, but it's nice to see you. Later, D Loves Pudding, Tech Rider, the Sea Jack, Trooper, Dozakar. Have a great one. All right, guys. I think that's it. I will see you guys Wednesday, unless you're watching the VOD. Gilmere, see you, buddy. Now I'm gonna hit the button now. Later, Meeks. All right, see you guys.